Listen closely. The size of your thinking determines the size of your life. If you think small, you live small. If you think big, you live beyond limits. Every invention, every empire, every breakthrough you admire today started in someone's mind as a thought big enough to shake the world. Don't tune out now, because what you're about to hear could become the turning point of your entire life. In the next few minutes, we're going to uncover why thinking bigger than your current situation is the key that unlocks doors you never even knew existed. Here's the truth. Your mind is your greatest asset. It's the foundation of everything you are and everything you will ever become. Big thinkers are not people who never face problems. They are people who see beyond the problems. When you think big, you don't just see obstacles, you see possibilities. You begin to attract bigger opportunities, bigger solutions, and bigger results. Thinking big fuels your morale when times are tough. It boosts your confidence when doubts creep in, and it creates a vision that pulls you forward even when the road feels rough and endless. Small thinking, on the other hand, traps you. It keeps you stuck in fear, in doubt, in the comfort zone where growth dies. People with small thinking say, "I can't because I don't have enough." But big thinkers say, "I will, and the resources will come." That mindset, that one shift, makes all the difference. Big thinkers see resources, connections, and chances where others see emptiness. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create it. They don't wait for permission. They give it to themselves. But let's be real. The danger of small thinking is everywhere. Small thinking makes you settle for less than you deserve. It blinds you to opportunities that are right in front of you. Imagine having a seed, but refusing to plant it because you only see the smallness of it, not the greatness of the tree it can become. That's how many people live. They look at their background, their bank account, their environment, and they shrink their vision. They say, "Who am I to dream big?" But remember this, your current situation is not your final destination. Thinking small will keep you locked in a cage that was never built for you. The world is full of stories of people who refuse to let their circumstances dictate the size of their dreams. And it's time you heard one that proves the power of thinking big, no matter where you start. Let me share a powerful story with you. In the early 1900s, a young boy grew up in poverty in Kentucky, USA. His father died when he was just 5 years old. He dropped out of school, worked odd jobs, and by all accounts, his future looked small. The odds were stacked against him. The world told him to accept what little he had and to settle for survival. But this boy refused to let his circumstances define his thinking. He dreamed big, and he dreamed often. That boy was Colonel Harlan Sanders, the man who started Kentucky Fried Chicken at the age of 65. He had been rejected over 1,000 times before someone agreed to invest in his recipe. Think about that. 1,000 rejections. Imagine the courage it takes to keep going when the world keeps saying no. But he never allowed rejection or his age to limit his thinking. He believed that what he had to offer was valuable. He believed his recipe could change the way people experienced food, and he believed that his life could be more than the sum of his setbacks. Today, his name and his brand are known all over the world. Why? Because he chose to think big in a situation where most people would have given up. He didn't let his failures define him. He didn't let his age stop him. He didn't let the size of his bank account or the limits of his education close the door on his dreams. Instead, he expanded his reality to fit his dreams. He stretched his vision beyond what seemed possible, and the world took notice. Your story might be different, but the principle is the same. Thinking big is the seed of greatness. Every person who has ever made an impact, invented something new, or changed the course of history started exactly where you are right now, with a thought. A single thought, big enough to break the chains of fear and limitation. So here's my challenge to you. Stop shrinking your dreams to fit your reality. Instead, expand your reality to fit your dreams. Refuse to let fear or your current struggles cage you. Don't let the voices of doubt convince you that you're not worthy, not ready, not enough. Because the truth is, you are more powerful than you realize. And the only thing standing between you and your biggest goals is the size of your thinking. Imagine what would happen if you decided to think bigger, just for a week. What would you attempt? Who would you reach out to? What new ideas would you explore? What risks would you take? When you start to think big, you stop focusing on problems and start seeing possibilities. You realize that the limits you thought were real were just illusions, boundaries created by small thinking. Remember, every great leader, every innovator, every world changer started exactly where you are right now, with a thought. They didn't wait for conditions to be perfect. They didn't wait for someone to hand them a golden opportunity. They created their own opportunities by refusing to settle for less. They believed they could make a difference, even when no one else did. Edison, who lit up the world, failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Oprah Winfrey, who redefined media, was told she wasn't good enough for television. Elon Musk faced bankruptcy and ridicule before revolutionizing space travel and electric cars. All of them, every single one, chose to think bigger than their circumstances. They saw what others couldn't see. They believed what others couldn't believe. And they acted with boldness, even when the odds were against them. Now it's your turn. The size of your thinking will always be the size of your future. If you think small, you'll live small. If you think big, you'll live a life that defies expectations. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, tell you that you can't. Don't let your environment, your past, or your failures define you. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and you control the size of your dreams. Decide right now to think big. Dream about the life you want to build, the legacy you want to leave, the impact you want to make. Picture it in detail. The places you'll go, the people you'll meet, the lives you'll touch. Use your imagination as a paintbrush and draw your vision bigger and bolder than ever before. Then take action. Big thinking is not just about dreaming, it's about doing. Reach out for help. Learn new skills. Take calculated risks. Say yes to opportunities that scare you. Refuse to settle for the ordinary when the extraordinary is within your reach. Every step you take, every challenge you face, every setback you overcome will be powered by your commitment to think big. And when you encounter failure, and you will because everyone does, remember that failure is not the end. It's feedback. It's proof that you're trying, that you're stretching, that you're moving beyond your comfort zone. Big thinkers see failure as a teacher, not a judge. They learn, they adapt, and they keep moving forward. So, let me ask you, are you going to think small, or will you dare to think big enough to change the world? Will you settle for the life you have, or will you reach for the life you truly want? The choice is yours. And it starts with a single thought. Because in the end, the size of your thinking determines the size of your life. Don't let your dreams be confined by the walls of your comfort zone. Break free. Think bigger. Act bolder. Refuse to settle. The world is waiting for someone with a vision so big it can't be ignored. Someone who believes that ordinary people can do extraordinary things. Someone who knows that greatness begins with a thought, a choice, a dream, that someone could be you. So step up, raise your standards, and expand your vision. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it begins with the courage to think big. The future belongs to those who dare to dream beyond their limits and act on those dreams. Are you ready to become one of them? Are you ready to write your own story of greatness? Don't just wish for a better life. Think big and build it. The world needs your courage, your creativity, your vision. Now is the time to choose. Will you think small, or will you think big enough to change your world? And maybe, just maybe, the world itself. Because the truth is, the size of your thinking will always be the size of your future.